Hi, welcome to this week's Veg Hack. Today we're going to talk about preserved lemons. You see preserved lemons in loads of North African, Moroccan, Middle Eastern recipes. They do cost quite a lot to buy in shops, but they're really easy to make at home. At this time of year in the Riverford Field Kitchen, we get a load of lemons when they're in season and preserve them so we've got them the whole year round. Essentially, all they are whole lemons that have been packed with salt, left to ferment for a few weeks, and over time the sharp tartness is left with just an intense lemon flavour. You do want to try and use organic unwaxed lemons, but if you can't get hold of them, then just give them a good clean before, because we are eating the whole lemon. So this recipe couldn't be simpler. We're just going to cut off a little bit off the top and the bottom of the lemon, and then cut 3/4 of the way down, turn it 90 degrees and cut down again until it opens up like a flower. And then you just want to stuff it with as much salt as possible. You want to use sea salt for this. Try and avoid using table salt because the iodine will affect the fermentation. So I'm just doing this over a bowl so that it catches any of the salt, and we can pack that into the jar after. And then we're just going to squish them into the jar. Depending on the size of the jar you have, you just want to fill it with as many as you can. So we could get about 4 into this jar, and we're just gonna squish them down to get as much of the juice out of the lemons as possible. You want to fully submerge the lemons, and then the salt's gonna bring out all of the juice, but we're just gonna top it up with a little bit more lemon juice. So once they're fully submerged, you can just use up that extra salt that we caught in the bowl. Put your lid on and leave it in a cool, dark place for about 3 to 4 weeks to ferment. Once you've opened the jar, it will keep in the fridge for about a year. So here's one that's about 8 months old. You can see it's gone a lot darker in colour, and when you take them out, the skin's really softened and mellowed in flavour. So most recipes call for using just the skin of the lemon, but actually the whole thing's edible. You can use the liquor and the flesh inside. You can drop the flesh into tagines, stocks, or blend them into marinades, and use the liquor in dressings for salads. If you're adding the flesh to anything, obviously they are pretty salty, so just don't season before you add them in. It's worth giving this recipe a go with limes. The process is exactly the same, and they work really well in fish dishes and actually tahini cookies. So as well as using the leftover brine in salad dressings, you can also use it for your next batch of preserved lemon. So if you're left with half a lemon, just pack it with salt and then add it into the liquid to keep it going. Thanks very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it, and give it a go at home. If there's anything else you want to see us cook, talk about, or prepare, then leave a comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell for more weekly veg hacks.